Is it in my teeth? I feel like it's in my teeth. One of my favorite bands of all time is GWAR. I have this entire GWAR display here in my house, including some of the original armor worn by the Berserker Blothar. And a little over a week ago, I had the opportunity to go and meet him at an event in Orlando. The band ended up releasing some coffee. There's a company that does like different heavy metal band coffee collaboration things, and they put out a GWAR version. And then I saw the announcement online that to tie in with that for the release, Blothar, the lead singer of GWAR, was going to be doing a meet and greet signing for the launch of the coffee at Park Avenue CDs in Orlando, Florida. I've met the whole band before. About 2 years ago, I did the meet and greet that they do at their shows. So I got to meet the whole band out of costume. I got to get a photo with them in costume. I got multiple autographs. Also, with buying the armor set, I ended up getting quite a few autographs from different band members. I've also picked up various other releases, like the Scumdog's 30th Live special edition, where it has all the band signatures on a recreation of the front of the album. So I didn't really need more GWAR autographs, but it still sounded like a fun thing to do. I kind of had another excuse to be in Orlando, even though that didn't really pan out. So me and my friend decided just to go ahead and spend the day in Orlando and then hit this thing at 3 p.m. when it started. So I'm honestly a little unsure what the real rules for the event were. A lot of people brought their own stuff to get signed. I kind of thought about what I wanted to bring, and then I ended up not making a decision, so I didn't bring anything with me. When we got there was already a bit of a line out in front of the store, and there was a table where they were handing out wristbands. I thought that the wristbands were mandatory. I thought you had to get one to be able to go and do the meet and greet, and the price for entry of that was either buying a bag of the coffee or buying a GWAR album. They had a few different GWAR albums you can buy. I think I might have been wrong about that. I think it might have been a thing where it was like, you get the wristband, you get first in or first access, but almost everybody was getting the wristband, so yeah, doesn't really matter. So inside the record shop, they had a bunch of GWAR albums behind the front counter. My buddy ended up buying Scumdogs of the Universe on vinyl. And then outside, there was the booth for the coffee company. So I ended up picking up a bag of the coffee. They basically had a small room in the back of the store where they were doing the meet and greet. So they basically took like 10 people from the group and moved them up to right in front of the doorway for the back room. And then they'd let 4 people or so in at a time, like 2 people actually doing the meet and greet, and then 2 people kind of waiting. The setup for the meet and greet was pretty nice. It basically had a little table off to the side where Blothar was signing autographs. There was a backdrop with the artwork that's also on the coffee bag, just used as a backdrop for photos. They also had a battle axe, and they were letting people hold the battle axe while they got their photo taken, which was very cool because, like I said, I've done a photo with the band before, all in costume, and that was just me standing in front of the band that was already just standing somewhere ready to take pictures, so I didn't really get much outside of just being able to throw up some horns in the photo or whatever. This, I actually got to hold a weapon. I got to hold a GWAR prop, which was pretty cool. I ended up getting the bag of coffee signed. I don't think it's going to survive. It's just silver Sharpie on a gloss bag. I'm not counting on this lasting, unfortunately. It'd be cool if it stayed like that. I'm going to leave it sealed. It's going to go into my collection behind me, but I just don't know if that autograph is going to last on that bag at all. The first time I got to meet the band, like I said, one of my favorite bands, been one of my favorite bands for a long time now. I go to a lot of conventions and stuff. I don't typically get like starstruck, but when it came to meeting the band, I really didn't know what to say. I was just kind of got to me, I guess. I realized as I got up here, I'm like, I didn't actually think of anything to say or ask or whatever. So basically just asked him if there's anything cool in the works for the 40th anniversary, and they told me they were bringing GWAR back, which is always good news. We were waiting in line. The people running the coffee booth were saying something about doing a bloody t-shirt contest. Once everybody was done doing the meet and greet, they would do that in the parking lot. So we hung around after getting our autographs, and they handed out white t-shirts and set up a little area in the parking lot with a bucket of blood and some water guns, basically. The prize, if you won the contest, was a whole stack, basically a selection of the different coffees they offer from the different bands and things. So there's like Cannibal Corpse, I think Exodus, trying to remember who else had coffee with them, but a bunch of different bands or whatever. I didn't particularly care if I won or not. I just thought it sounded like a fun thing to do, and can't really go to a GWAR event without getting plastered in blood. I think I was one of the first people that went up. Blothar came out. He basically had the gun filled with blood. It's one of those things you just suck up the liquid and shoot it back out, kind of thing, like a big syringe almost.
Are you ready? Is that all you got? I'll do more.
I realized looking back at the footage I took that there were 2 of them in the tub at all times. I thought that was so we can go through the line faster, but I think he was shooting everybody with 2 of them because there wasn't a whole lot of capacity in one single one. But went up, got blasted with fake blood, and I thought it was done after one, so I was like joking, like, "Oh, is that all you've got?" And then they said, "Oh, there's more." I was like, "Oh, you want more? Okay." So I came back and got sprayed a second time, which was a lot of fun. It's definitely not the same blood they use at their shows. I think the stuff they use at their shows is like seaweed based or something. But this was like maybe even just Kool-Aid and water or something. Definitely had sugar in it from what I could tell because it tasted very different than GWAR blood. Weird that I know enough to know that it tasted different, but that's like a weird thing to say, but it definitely tasted different than GWAR blood. And then we'll get to the other differences at the end of this. So after everybody got sprayed, they were telling Blothar, it's not like it was news to him that he's supposed to judge who won. I don't know how you judge that. Everybody just got covered in blood, so it wasn't like, people were moving and getting like artistic drawings done for sure. It was just getting splashed. And, he picked a winner, not me, not my buddy. And that was basically the end of the event. The coffee company did go and give everybody who participated in the Bloody t-shirt contest a bag of coffee, whether you bought one before or not. So while the first one is staying in the collection to be the autographed piece, I will go ahead and make this and see how it actually is. I didn't really show it off before, but the bag itself is really cool. I love the artwork on the front. It's very reminiscent of what they've done with a lot of their more recent artwork and everything for different things, but I like the style. The blue character on there is the Berserker mode form of Blothar that they bring out at shows a lot of times. I really do dig this GWAR 40th anniversary logo. I'm probably gonna have to buy some merch with it too, because I just really like it. The sides also have that GWAR 40th anniversary. Got a close-up on the Berserker mode Blothar at the bottom, and then another close-up of Berserker mode Blothar on the back, and then a write-up about the lore behind the coffee, I guess. So then the fun part was, we were not anticipating there being blood at this. I mean, I probably should have. It's a GWAR thing, whether or not, it was just supposed to be a meet and greet deal. So didn't have any, towels for the cars, didn't have a change of clothes or anything.
Well, I got to meet the Berserker Blothar again. Ended up just a little bit bloody. I'm in the parking lot of a damn school. This is exactly where I want to be, covered in fake blood, or real blood. I don't know, I didn't check. These didn't look like Jeffrey Dahmer glasses before, they were getting there.
I ended up I put the white shirt over my normal shirt that I was wearing, so I peeled the white shirt off, threw it in the back of the car, but, my shirt under it was still soaked in fake blood and everything, so it was still kind of gross and wet and cold driving home. Also, my face was covered in fake blood, so was my friend. He kept the white shirt on the whole way, too. We ended up stopping at a couple extra stores because we were kind of planning to do some other stuff. And honestly, I think it's kind of weird that nobody said anything. We just walked in looking like we had just murdered somebody, and nobody really reacted to it. Guess that's Orlando for you. As we were driving back to Jacksonville, he ended up falling asleep, and I'm like, my face is covered in blood. He has a bloody shirt and face, and he's just sitting there with his mouth open, snoring next to me. If somebody looked at us from the rearview mirror, it probably looks like I have a corpse next to me that I just killed. As I said before, the blood definitely is a little different than the stuff I'm used to, because usually the GWAR blood, I usually go home and take a shower after, but even though I drive home after the show, hours later, it's still the color it was initially. This stuff kind of dried up and was orangey looking after a while. So by the time I got home, I had to get on a Zoom meeting for my movie production right after. So I was still weirdly orange in that call. It was kind of weird. But then the reason I say I think there was definitely sugar in it is because I took multiple showers, but I would notice I'd sneeze a few days later and it would just smell terrible. And I think it was just kind of gone up my nose and was kind of decaying a little bit inside of my head, which is really disgusting. Yeah, I definitely don't think it was a normal mixture. It was disgusting, so it does feel GWAR appropriate. So yeah, it was a fun experience. It was relatively short. You know, I was curious about the coffee anyway, so it was a good excuse to pick it up. Even if I don't think this autograph's going to last. I was looking at my display here. I'm like, well, I've got an autograph of his on this lanyard. Got his autograph here. I've got another album autograph like this. Got the snare drum that has his autograph on it. I think there's one or two other things that have his autograph on it. So I'm not really hurting for Blothar's autograph on anything. So I think I'll be fine. So I think the only thing left to do is brew some of this up and see how it actually is. Alright, full disclosure, it's a completely different day because my coffee pot was broken, but let's try this. Well, that's very hot. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I'm not like a coffee connoisseur, really. Like, coffee is coffee unless it sucks. But, yeah, not bad.